15 actions you can use to prevent getting scammed. Scams today are sharper, faster, and harder to spot than ever before. Every message, call, or link could be a setup. But here's the twist. Real protection doesn't come from firewalls or apps. It comes from strategy. In the next few minutes, you'll learn insider-level actions scammers hope you'll never discover. 1. Harness your fear response as a trigger. Scammers understand one thing better than most marketers: emotion outruns logic. They craft every word, tone, and alert to pull a reaction from your nervous system before your brain checks the facts. Your account's been compromised. Immediate legal action required. Click here to confirm. Those aren't warnings, they're psychological grenades. Studies on financial fraud show that when fear or shame kicks in, critical thinking drops almost 60%. More than a quarter of scam victims never report what happened because they feel embarrassed. That silence protects the criminal, not the victim. Your move is simple but powerful. When you feel panic, guilt, or rush, stop. Name the emotion aloud. I feel pressured. That small act pulls the brain back into control mode. Step away from the screen, take 30 seconds, breathe, and re-enter only after that surge passes. Fear is the trigger, not the truth. Recognize it, and the script collapses. 2. Map the value chain of the request. Every scam has an engine. They need something from you to make their scheme work. Instead of asking, "Is this fake?" ask, "What do they gain if I act?" That flips the power. A charity asks for urgent help, but can't tell you exactly where the money goes. A broker promises double returns but pushes crypto only. These are value chains built on one-way gain. In an advance fee con, the victim pays a small processing fee to unlock a fake reward, a pattern that still drains millions every year. When you map the chain, clarity cuts through manipulation. Trace the flow of benefit. If you can't see what the other person legitimately earns, it's a ghost transaction. Transparency means there's a visible exchange. Scams hide the profit. Always follow the money or the data backward. If that trail ends in fog, don't walk into it. 3. Apply the irreversibility test on payments. Here's a rule scammers never want you to learn. They survive on irreversible transactions. Wire transfers, crypto wallets, prepaid cards, they all share one trait. Once you hit send, there's no way back. The U.S. Identity Theft Bureau found that roughly 44% of all identity fraud cases start with new credit card accounts created under stolen details. Why? Because the infrastructure of one-way money already exists. Before you send any payment, perform the irreversibility test. If the funds disappeared forever tonight, would you still be okay tomorrow? If that question stings, the risk is already too high. Legitimate businesses let you dispute charges, reverse transfers, or at least get a receipt with a timeline. Scammers push urgency because once they have the money, the trail ends. Slow the process, verify, and pay only through channels that let you claw back control if things go wrong. 4. Maintain a secondary trap. Account for high-risk interactions. This one's a quiet trick used by cybersecurity pros. Create a low-fund account, a sandbox separate from your main finances. Use it for new online vendors, freelancers, or experimental subscriptions. Keep just enough money there for transactions you're testing. If something shady happens, your main accounts stay untouched. It's like locking valuables in a safe while you test whether a stranger can be trusted in your living room. Banks and payment platforms don't advertise this tactic, but people who trade internationally or work freelance use it daily. It creates layers. A scammer might still trick you once, but they'll only steal a drop, not the ocean. It's quiet protection, invisible, simple, and incredibly effective. 5. Monitor your identity residue. Proactively, identity residue is the trail you forgot you left behind. Old emails, social profiles, or numbers linked to long-dead accounts. Hackers love this clutter because every unguarded door leads somewhere current. Take SIM swap scams. A thief convinces your mobile carrier to port your number onto their SIM card, intercepting every password reset you ever get. That single trick has hijacked bank accounts, crypto wallets, even personal photos. McAfee's research estimated 15 million Americans had their identities stolen in 2021, often through these forgotten relics. Schedule a cleanup day twice a year. Search your name plus old usernames. Delete unused logins, update recovery settings, and lock accounts that still carry personal info. Treat this like digital housekeeping. Anything you close today can't betray you tomorrow. 6. Insert delay gates into decisions. Every scam has a timer attached. The fake voice says your account will be locked in 1 hour. The email countdown flashes, "Offer ends tonight." It's not urgency, it's strategy. Pressure compresses thought. Build your own delay gate, a rule that no major action happens without at least a short pause. Say, "I'll confirm this tomorrow." Those few hours are kryptonite to manipulation. In that time, you can check the sender, search online reviews, or talk it out with someone who isn't emotionally hooked. In behavioral studies, people who simply delayed their response to suspicious messages were 70% less likely to lose money. The delay breaks rhythm. The scammer expects reaction. You give reflection. If they push harder during the pause, they've just identified themselves for you. 7. Probe the chain of authority behind the contact. A crisp suit, calm tone, official title. Scammers wrap themselves in credibility. Impersonation fraud now tops global complaint lists, fueled by easy, caller ID spoofing and deep fake voices. When someone claims to be your bank, airline, or government agency, never continue on that same channel. Hang up, look up the real number yourself, and call back. That one step cuts off more than half of all current scam models. U.S. government advisories stress this constantly. No agency asks for immediate payment or private data over phone or text. Legitimate contacts will never punish you for verifying. The moment a caller resists being checked, you've exposed the lie. Think of every official-sounding message as a performance until proven real. Verification isn't distrust, it's protocol. When authority becomes the pressure point, make proof your shield. 8. Audit all third-party access and permissions. Your password isn't the only key to your world. The real openings hide in forgotten apps that still have access to your data. Old rideshare accounts, fitness trackers, delivery services, each one quietly holds permission to your phone number, location, or payment method. Cyber forensics teams say more than 40% of breaches start through third-party connections. Not direct hacking, leftovers from the past. Run a permission audit every quarter. Check your Google, Apple, or Microsoft account dashboards. You'll be shocked to see dozens of apps with read and write access. Revoke everything you don't use. It's the digital version of locking windows after a break-in next door. This isn't about paranoia. It's about exposure math. Every forgotten app adds one more potential doorway for a criminal to walk through. Close them, and your risk drops instantly. 9. Use dummy or isolated data in new or risky interactions. Think of the internet like a marketplace full of strangers. Before handing them your home address, test the handshake. Use a secondary email, a prepaid card, a post office box. Professionals call this sandboxing, keeping experiments separate from essentials. When a new vendor, course, or website looks promising but not proven, run the interaction through your sandbox identity. If you start getting spam, you know exactly which platform leaked your info. This trick transforms risk into a diagnostic tool. It exposes weak vendors without touching your real credentials. Once they earn trust, no hidden fees, no weird redirects, no pressure, migrate to your main identity. Until then, treat them like a lab test. Privacy engineers use this daily. Most people don't, and that's why their main email becomes a landfill of scams. Split identities, sleep better. 10. Keep a near-miss log of scam attempts. You've probably dodged more scams than you realize. A fake shipping notice, a "we detected suspicious login" text, a too good offer on social media. Each near miss is intelligence if you record it. Start a simple document, date, what they said, what made you pause, and how you verified. Over months, you'll notice patterns, recurring wording, caller accents, pressure styles. That's your personal threat map. Studies show people rarely report scams because of embarrassment. But your private log doesn't need pride, only honesty. It teaches your instincts faster than any lecture. Cybercrime analysts train using simulation data. You have real-world samples landing in your inbox daily. Don't delete them without learning from them. One scam ignored is another chance for the next one to slip through. 11. Treat new solicitations for investment or donations as speculative assets. The pitch usually sounds noble or exciting. Early-stage investment, emergency aid fund, limited crypto round. It preys on empathy or greed. Treat every unsolicited offer like a poker chip. If you'd hesitate to stake it at a casino, don't stake it here. Financial crime divisions reported losses exceeding US $16.6 billion last year, much of it from rushed online transfers. The pattern repeats: urgency, exclusivity, zero verification. Ask for audited statements, proof of registration, prior performance. Genuine organizations never fear scrutiny. Scammers do. The moment they dodge transparency, walk away. Remember, solid investments welcome inspection. Scams collapse under daylight. Documentation is your lie detector. 12. Guard your phone and SIM porting access. Tightly, your phone number is the skeleton key of your digital life. With it, scammers can reset passwords, intercept codes, and hijack your two-factor authentication. A SIM swap attack works like this. The fraudster convinces your carrier that they're you, moves your number onto their SIM, and suddenly every verification text routes straight to them. Within minutes, they own your email, bank, and social accounts. Call your carrier and request a port freeze or an account-level PIN. That extra step means no one can move your number without that secret code. Telecom watchdogs estimate SIM swap cases have surged over 400% in 5 years. It's not tech genius, it's social engineering. You fix it once and seal a dozen doors. Guard your number as carefully as your passport. 13. Simulate a phishing attack on yourself annually. Ever clicked an odd link just to see what happens? Good. Do it on purpose, in a safe way. Set up a dummy email or a secondary account. Send yourself a fake alert. Update required. Payment failed. Account locked. Then observe. Do you hover over the link? Do you click before verifying? That's your reflex test. A recent study using game-based inoculation training found participants improved their scam recognition accuracy dramatically after just one simulation session. Awareness grows through repetition, not warning posters. Make it a yearly habit like changing smoke alarm batteries. Spend 10 minutes seeing how easily you could be tricked. The goal isn't to fail, it's to feel how scammers' time pressure and familiarity. Train your instincts before someone else does it for real. 14. Segment your digital and financial identity by tiers. Picture 3 vaults instead of 1 wallet. Tier 1. Newsletters, discount signups, public logins. Tier 2. Online shopping, subscriptions, streaming accounts. Tier 3. Banking, taxes, investments. Each tier gets its own email, password set, and recovery method. If Tier 1 gets breached, nothing connects upward. This isn't theory, it mirrors how corporations design secure networks. Compartmentalization limits contagion. Hackers rely on one cracked password unlocking everything. Segmentation kills that domino effect. It also simplifies cleanup. If spam hits your Tier 1 inbox, purge and recreate it without touching finances. Few people manage personal cybersecurity like systems architecture, but those who do almost never suffer catastrophic loss. One vault compromised should never open the others. 15. Teach someone else your checklist. Immediately, knowledge that stays in your head protects one person. Shared knowledge protects a circle. Walk a parent, sibling, or friend through these steps. Show them how to spot spoofed emails, why delay gates matter, how to lock their SIM. When they learn, you reinforce your own discipline. Sociologists studying online fraud found that awareness spreads through social contagion. People copy the security habits they witness. Communities that openly discuss scam prevention report fewer losses overall. Most victims say afterward, "I wish someone had told me." Be that someone. When you turn defense into dialogue, you stop the cycle at its roots. Bringing it all together. The hidden power of these 8 actions is that none rely on software updates or expensive tools. They rely on habits, observation, patience, compartmentalization, teaching. You can start tonight, audit permissions, build a sandbox identity, jot down your near misses, freeze your SIM, schedule a yearly phishing test. These are insider defenses that work quietly in the background. You've just learned 15 actions that flip the power back in your hands. Every scam depends on speed, emotion, and silence. Now you control all 3. Stay alert, stay curious, and stay unscammed.